Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 4. The members are Ainul Fitria, Ayudhya Serani Firdaus, and Muhammad Fuad Fakhruddin. We are going to discuss about the development of curriculum in Indonesia and its current issues, 1946 until 1975. The materials are the general concept of Indonesia curriculum, English subject in Indonesia curriculum, the development of Indonesia curriculum, and the current issues in Indonesia curriculum development. The general concept of Indonesia curriculum. Curriculum is a part that has a role to reach the national education goals. It takes important role in guiding the teachers and related stakeholders to achieve the goals. Curriculum also can be used to predict expected outcomes of teaching because it shows what things need to be learned and what activities should be experienced by students. Jadi, kurikulum adalah sekumpulan pelajaran dan konten akademik yang digunakan untuk diajarkan di sekolah. Kurikulum mengacu pada pengetahuan dan keterampilan siswa untuk dipelajari yang mencakup standar atau tujuan pembelajaran dan komponen lain yang terkait dengan proses pengajaran dan pembelajaran. Hamalik 2009 explains that curriculum contains teaching and learning material that can be used as learning experience. Activities included in curriculum are not only limited inside of the classroom, it is also rich activities in outside. In other words, curriculum gives specified action in planning and teaching and learning process in order to achieve the education objectives. Module 2015 said that curriculum is a total guided learning experience designed to facilitate learners' learning for establishing quality relationship between what is learned and what operates outside the school. Through using curriculum as the guidance, the schools can facilitate the student to reach their learning objectives. It also helps the teachers in designing the learning experience for the students. English subject in Indonesia curriculum. English is learned as foreign language by the student at school. According to Purwaningsi 2014, the development of curriculum in Indonesia, especially for English subject, can be categorized into several periods. There are curriculum 1975, curriculum 1986, curriculum 1994, KBK, and KTSP. There are three goals of the English teaching in KTSP. First, it means to develop communicative ability in the target language. Second, it means to stimulate students' awareness of importance of the mastery of English as a foreign language. Last, it means to develop students' understanding toward the relation between language and culture and saving the knowledge of culture. It is clear that the main target of the curriculum is mainly developing students' intercultural communicative competence. Curriculum development in Indonesia is always up to date in catching up the development of English teaching theories in the world. The emphasis that are stated in the recent curriculum early indicate the understanding of what communicative competence is and how the approach sees language teaching in foreign language context. In other words, it is still relevant with the development of current theories and practice in teaching English or foreign language. Dan sekarang, sejak diterapkannya kurikulum 2013, mata pelajaran bahasa Inggris tidak diajarkan di sekolah dasar. Ini termasuk dari alokasi waktu sekolah dasar yang tergantung pada kebijakan sekolah untuk mengambil bahasa Inggris sebagai ekstrakurikuler atau tidak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here I want to explain about the development of Indonesia curriculum. There are 5 curriculum that I will explain here, from curriculum 1947 to curriculum 1975. The first curriculum that I will explain is the 1947 curriculum or Rencana Pendidikan 1947. The first curriculum that was born during the independence era. At the time, the education system was still influenced by the colonial and Japanese systems. 3 years after independence, the government began to compile a simple curriculum by establishing Pancasila as the principle of education. This curriculum has 2 main points. First is the list of teaching our subject and the teaching outlines. The 1947 curriculum is still separated, or in the context of the curriculum, it's called a separated curriculum. Curriculum 1952 or Rencana Pelajaran Terurai 1952. The concept of this curriculum is relatively the same as the 1947 curriculum. The most prominent thing in this curriculum is that the lesson plans must be linked to daily life in this curriculum context. Subjects are classified into 5 groups of subject areas. Those are moral, intelligence, emotional or artistic, skill, and physical. At the time, apart from formal education, the government also formed a community classes. This class is intended for people who are unable to continue their education from elementary school. Curriculum 1964 or Rencana Pendidikan 1964. The concept of this curriculum is active, creative, and productive learning of the context of the 1964 curriculum using a method called gotong royong terpimpin. Besides that, the government also set study day as a Krida Day. The 1964 curriculum structure called separated subject curriculum. That is separated subjects based on the 5 groups of field of study or Pancawardhana. The first is moral development, social education, character education. Second is intelligent development, regional and Indonesian language counting science. Third is emotional artistic development, arts education, crafting skill, and the last one is physical development, physical education and health. Curriculum 1968. The 1968 curriculum can be said as to be the first integrated curriculum in Indonesia. You can detail about the reasons. The 1968 structure was correlated subject curriculum. This means that educational material at the low level of education has a correlated of education at the next level of education. Fields of study in the 1968 curriculum were divided into 3 groups. First is Pancasila coaching group, religious education, civic education, Indonesian language education, regional language education, sports education. Second is basic knowledge development group, counting, science, arts education, family welfare education. And the last one is special coaching groups, vocational education. Curriculum 1975. This curriculum emphasizes efficiency and effectiveness in terms of power and time. Others to an instructional system approach known as PPSI. The assessment of this curriculum also changed. You can read here about the assessment system.
And the next is about the current issues in Indonesia curriculum development. First, curriculum 1947 or Rencana Pelajaran 1947. The issues and problem in this curriculum. First, the educational curriculum in Indonesia was still influenced by the Dutch and Japanese colonial education system, which in teaching led to a colonial teaching patterns. And then, students depend entirely on educators so that individual development doesn't occur. And this curriculum hasn't been implemented in all schools, so that it hasn't had an impact on the implementation of education in Indonesia.
Next,
Curriculum 1952 or Rencana Pelajaran Terurai 1952. The issues and problems in this curriculum are the lack of teaching staff, not supported by adequate facilities, the subject matter is not future-oriented because what is taught is for the needs to live in the community at the time. Each subject is detailed in the curriculum, so this narrows the creativity and innovation of the teacher in planning, implementing, and determining the source of the subject. And because the new 1952 curriculum aimed at the national education system, it wasn't yet able to reach all parts of Indonesia. Next, Curriculum 1964 or Rencana Pendidikan 1964. The curriculum at this time has a developing issue regarding the concept of learning, that is, active, creative, and productive. This learning concept requires schools to guide children to be able to think about solving problems on their own. And the problem in this curriculum is only used at the primary school level and doesn't include secondary school and college. Next, Curriculum 1968. This curriculum was considered incomplete because this curriculum only contained main subject. In addition, it only teach in theory, doesn't relate to factual problems. And the last is Curriculum 1975. This curriculum has received a lot of criticism because the teacher is too busy writing details of what will be achieved from each learning activity, so that the concentration is less focused. There's also too much curriculum content that must be taught at almost every level. This curriculum forms the perception that teachers dominate the learning process, such as lecture method and dictation method used by teacher. This curriculum emphasizes the centralistic achievement of educational goals, so that it doesn't provide opportunities for the development of regional potential. Yeah, maybe that's all from us. We hope you all understand. Thanks for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.